It's actually pronounced live. So, like, you know, it's less of a description of me being like right in front of you guys and more like a command, you know, like live! That was what I was going for, but because I actually thought we were getting together this weekend for Adrian's birthday, so but I hope that you guys live happily ever after. And wedding theme initiated. So when I first met Robyn, her fugly, funky style and like deer in headlights stare and crazy dancing. I mean, I was like, wow, this girl is way too cool for me to hang out with. And like,
I'm totally in your
it took a while for us to get to know each other because both of us are kind of standoffish, and I didn't realize that we both were kind of like, talking to strangers is hard. But once we got past that, I was like, awesome. You are weirder than I am. Great. And then when I first met Alysa, I was like, what's your name? I'm probably not going to remember that, so I hope I don't need to get your attention anytime soon. If I do, I'll just come up and tap you on the shoulder, because that's not weird or creepy or anything. But with her, I kind of had the same reaction as Robyn, you know, despite what had happened before, because she's from California. I actually have no idea what that means, but East Coasters seem to like make a big deal out of it, so I thought, might as well mention it, you know. But yeah, I mean, with her laid-back style and deadpan look and like tendency to wear Obey t-shirts, I was like, this girl is gonna kick my ass. But once we shared some moments of like Simpsons comedy, and I found out that she uses really sound legal arguments like shenanigans! I was like, yeah, this girl's right amount of dork right there. That's pretty awesome. But I am glad to see that they made it this far, because I mean, with their combined awkwardness. I'm just saying that, like, rabbit deer eyes and, like, sort of silent singular Lisa, you know, like, I'm just proud that they made it past the, hey, you know? I can only guess that Lisa's, like, signature wink and smile that goes through that barrier, so good job on that one. But they do really make a good match, you know. In any relationship, you will have similarities and complementary angles that make everything right. What up, my math nerds? Yes! I know you're here. But with these two, those things are stronger than, you know, their desire to kill each other. So, win! It helps that they actually share the experience of people not really knowing their name, you know? Like, it'll make growing old easier, because they can call each other whatever they want. A lifetime of having many names makes it much easier to, like, open yourself up to your partner accidentally calling you something else, you know? I'm not going to go through the list, though. There are children here. We've got to think of the children. But I will say that Alysa is a really good cook, which is great, because Robyn's idea of cooking, it's, you know, whipping up a creamy avocado and kale sandwich with a refreshing glass of emergency. Where's Alysa getting that? entirely true. That's not entirely true. I have seen Robyn make hot dogs before. We were camping, and she kind of like, you know, snuck up to the campfire and was cooking it, and then all of a sudden she disappeared into the woods. I was like, where did Robyn go? And Lisa's like, eat her hot dog. Right. No, I didn't think that. That was really... But camping with these guys is always an adventure. Because you've got Robyn, like, running away to eat, squirrel away food for the winter, I don't know. But I know that on the way back, she's absolutely picking up some recycling. She needs to bring it home to throw in the recycle. And actually, if anyone is wondering where all the recycle bins are in Philly, Robyn's house. So, yeah. But then there's Mogwai, who will throw herself up against the side of the tent. Which, you know, I mean, to be fair, to give her credit, it's not like she's having some doggy breakdown or anything. Like, she's trying to get through the doggy door. And yes, it's true that Robyn and Alysa's tent is bigger than some of the apartments I've lived in. And it does come equipped with a doggy door. And Mogwai doesn't really understand the concept of like zipped or unzipped. She just kind of goes and then she pushes on it and it doesn't really work. Just get a running start. And so the first time it happened, I didn't know if these guys were fighting or if they were like having nightmares. Nightmares, yeah. Having nightmares. But I haven't actually seen that many crazy things with Alysa camping, but we did have our own little adventure. There was one day we wanted to walk out to the bay and check out the water, and we took a shortcut through the woods, and when we got out to the clearing, there were all these like little tiny red critters just like scooting up our legs, and we were like, oh crap! So we get in the water and we like wash it off real quick, and we think that's the end of it. We go back to the campsite, and they're like, oh my god, those are chiggers, and the reason that they're scurrying is because they are trying to get to the warmest place on your body. Yeah, freaky! I swear, Alysa and I have never gotten undressed so fast without the anticipation of nightmares. I do have one concern about these guys though, because they seem to have to work on their relationship a lot. When we're hanging out and they get up to leave, you know, sometimes I'll just be like, what you doing? And they're like, it. I'm like, oh my god. Lesbians and their processing. It never ends. But sometimes I think it's gonna be okay, because every once in a while they'll just tell me that they're like making whoopee, and I'm like, they're working together, yeah! And I haven't actually seen any of these like whoopie pies that you speak of, but I will say I'm a little worried because all that sugar, I'm just saying it's a slippery slope to adult onset diabetes, you guys. Just be careful, just be careful. But I'm gonna get serious for a second, which means I'm not gonna make eye contact with anyone, and I'm just gonna come here. But I do consider myself really lucky to be able to call you guys my friends. And you're such amazing people who brought all of us here together today. And although I don't know everyone here, I can only assume that if these guys love you, then you all must be amazing too. And I thank you for the opportunity to share this day with you, and for letting me make fun of you in front of everyone for a few minutes. Your strength, love, and laughter means that I have no doubt that you'll have a happily ever after. Live!